Hi, I'm Kevin Collier, and I'd love to talk about my audio implementation in Unreal using Wwise. For this project, I wanted to focus on creating a living ambient design, something that gives the vibe of a lived-in world without eating up too much memory. The map I worked with has 3 different areas, each with a very unique soundscape. The first area is the village. I wanted this to feel very lived in and taken care of. To start, I added a sound to each of the houses so you can hear residents inside doing things like washing the dishes, practicing magic, or playing guitar. In the garden, you'll find a sphere moving along one of 3 randomly chosen splines. I try to make the splines crazy and sporadic so it feels similar to a fly in real life zooming all over the place. For the river, I wanted to implement something that would rely on only one voice instead of multiple scattered over the river. I used another spline for this. I started by making this spline go over the whole area of the river, and then I cast the location of an AK object along the spline to the player's location. This is visualized by a large red arrow. As the character moves through the world, the sound and arrow will be at the spot on the spline that is closest to the player. You can also find a lively market in the village, with 2 competing salespeople.
Come get your big fat juicy pumpkins today.
Next up is a creepy woods area. I wanted the soundscape for this area to feel like there was always something spooky just beyond your vision. As you walk towards the woods from the village, you'll trigger a level sequence that will play a suspenseful build that releases with a crow's call and a flap of wings towards the woods. When you enter the woods, you'll trigger a blueprint that spawns sounds beside and behind the character. These one-shots have been given effects in Wwise using an auxiliary bus to add to the spooky atmosphere. You'll also notice that when the character entered this area, the normal village ambience died out and switched to a wind sound. As the player climbs the mountain in the woods, the wind sound will grow more intense. This was accomplished using a blend container in Wwise and a map range clamp node in Unreal. As you get to the top of the mountain, the spooky sounds will die out, and you'll find a rickety old windmill. The final zone in this map is a set of bridges that lead to a lighthouse. Each of these bridges is equipped with the same sound spawning blueprint as the woods, but this time the sounds spawn around the bridges instead of the player. This is also used in the village to spawn bird sounds. As you get to the lighthouse, you'll find that it hasn't been turned on yet, and the local lightkeeper is asleep. Thankfully for us, there's a button that triggers a level sequence that turns on the lighthouse. With that, we come to the end of our little tour of the lovely Greenwood Village. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked my noise.